welcome to Find Out Nation, where a country is fucking around and currently, as we speak, finding out.
Yes.
I'm one of your hosts, Jaime.
I'm one of your hosts, Nicole.
And we are here to discuss the latest and greatest news in politics in the United States. But first, let's talk about our countdown.
Countdowns.
I feel like last week was a good one.
It was super exciting. Yeah, we were under a year. Yeah,
under a year.
Yes, 355 days to the midterms.
Even further.
Even better. Yeah. Yes. We are 296 days into this shit storm of a fucking presidency.
I can't believe it's not yet a year. Like, that's killing me that it's not yet a year.
It feels like it's been 10.
It feels like exhausting. It's been a lifetime.
Yes, it's fucking exhausting. I'm like, it's like a goddamn STD that there's not enough fucking penicillin to cure. Yes. Like, it's just never
I would agree. It is the STD.
It is.
And
it's the chlamydia of fucking presidency.
It really is. Like, we could go further with this metaphor.
Yes.
And really, at this point, no, we'll leave it at that. But yes, it is the chlamydia of political.
Yes. So he was spotted. He's been spotted twice so far in November golfing, on the 1st and the 8th. So the last 2 Saturdays. So 72 days since returning to office, he has spent golfing. 24% of his presidency. So
it's not like he's out of touch with.
Yeah, it's not like there's anything going on that he might need to direct his attention towards.
That's right. No, nothing important going on there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So did you see that? I can't remember who it was that they posted on X. So exciting to be working beside Donald Trump over the weekend. He never sleeps or something like that.
Yes.
And it was a picture of him at this desk, and it was just like a bunch of blown up tweet pictures. Have you seen this?
No.
It's hilarious.
Oh my God. And that's not true that he doesn't sleep, because we see him sleeping.
We see him sleeping everywhere. He sleeps at press conferences. He sleeps
during the 9/11 event
meetings.
At the 9/11 event during the Pentagon, or at the Pentagon,
Yes, the man for sure sleeps.
Dozy Don.
He is a dozy Don. Yeah, he is. I think we should, make that moniker happen.
Yeah.
Make it happen, Captain.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm tired. It's good. Late. We are recording this later than usual. And
they're a little slap happy.
Good luck to us to get through tonight. Anyway.
Yes.
Okay. So how long has the government shutdown lasted?
We are at 42 days, 21 hours, and 16 minutes.
Okay. But we literally, today, the House has voted to reopen the government.
Yes.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Senate Democrats, 7 of them, plus 1 independent, voted with Republicans this last week to agree to pass the measure to fund the government through the end of the year, with the promise that at some point, not at some point, it has to be by the 2nd week of December, but that they will have to vote on Obamacare, specifically extending the subsidies for the ACA. Oh, we know
it's not happening.
Heated.
Yeah. Lots of emotions around it. I have lots of thoughts and emotions around it, as I'm sure you do, as lots of people do. Yeah.
I'm trying to stay tempered in my response.
Okay. Good for you.
Like,
I'm glad that you're an adult. I'm glad that you're an adult.
Because I read a Facebook post that's a different perspective. And so I want to read through it with you.
Okay.
But let's just talk our initial thoughts. Mine, of course, was, are you fucking kidding me?
Yes.
Like, last week, you guys won several big elections, including the Democratic Socialists for mayoral race. Like, we know that there's a tide turning. Trump felt it and even admitted that the government shutdown was affecting them more than us.
Was having a fucking freak out.
That's right. 100%. And yet we still were like, you know what? We've said all along that we're not going to break
Mhm.
ranks, but we're going to, and all 7 Democrats were ones that don't have to be reelected.
You got it.
That's right. They're all ones that are not seeking their seat after this term. Um, and yeah, they all just caved and said, no, we're going to vote for the Republicans.
Yep.
And it is fucking infuriating.
It's infuriating. Yeah. I understand the horrible pain that people were feeling, being forced to work and not being paid, the people that were not receiving their SNAP benefits. Like, I get all of that. And
Yep.
I am not having to sit in one of those households. And I cannot imagine how horrible it is to be sitting in one of those households. But we had the leverage, and we will not have the leverage again. And they are not going to vote on these fucking ACA subsidies because the Republicans have no fucking backup plan. They never have. They've bitched and complained about Obamacare for what, fucking 15 years now?
Yeah.
And they've done fuck all to come up with another goddamn plan besides that. And we
Well,
will
I don't
never
know.
have the.
Trump came up with one this last weekend.
Oh, that's true. I
We'll talk
forgot.
about that in a minute.
Yes,
But
I forgot. You're right.
besides Trump Care, that he's called it,
Yes. Yes.
yes, that is true. That they have. It's so infuriating because the Republicans, who, to your point, have not come up with anything better than Obamacare,
Yeah.
don't realize that this was the compromise. Like,
Yes.
this Medicare for all is what we really want.
Want.
But this
Yeah.
was the compromise that we gave them, and yet they've done nothing but try and rip it out for 15 fucking years.
Yeah. And I think that, I mean, I don't, but I also understand that I don't know how this was going to end or when this was going to end without without the Democrats caving, because the Republicans straight don't give a fuck.
No.
They will go to Mar-a-Lago and have a very extravagant fucking party 2 weekends in a row while people are fucking going without their SNAP benefits. They don't fucking care. They
Well,
don't care.
and that's what Tim Kaine said, was at the end of the day, we saw point blank that Trump was going to let the American people just starve.
Yeah.
And to your point, I think what is really frustrating to me is that, yes, he was going to let people starve, but other branches of the government, including a federal judge, said, no, you will pay out your SNAP benefits. And yes, the Supreme Court had come in and said, let's put a hold on that. We need to meet and discuss it, which they were going to escalate it. And actually, like, they even talked about bringing it in quickly so that, a decision could be made. That whole process could have shown Trump that he's not a king, that he does have, there is a checks and balances. There is. So at least we could point to something and be like, look, you can't do whatever you want. You can't just say, I'm not
I'm not
giving
doing
SNAP
this.
benefits.
Yeah.
But now, so one of the topics that we have is Trump's interview with Laura Ingraham on Fox Monday night. So Trump was asked, where does this leave Chuck Schumer? Who, of course, now people are telling him to step down, which I realize that he has posted everywhere that, oh, we shouldn't have caved. We shouldn't have caved. We shouldn't have caved. But the reality is, if we had a strong leader in that position, we wouldn't have caved. And we obviously did not. And so Laura Ingraham asked about Schumer, and Trump said Schumer had simply tried to go too far. He thought he could break the Republicans, but the Republicans broke him.
See,
and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. And I fucking hate this. I hate.
I hope he feels. I do too. I hope he feels like the fucking bitch that he like he just got bitch slapped, which means we just got bitch slapped. That's what that feels like.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I was listening to the Pod Save America guys, and they were talking about, like, how are the Democrats going to play this for the midterms? Like, they can still run this as, remember back when he was willing to let you all starve? If we hadn't broke it, people would still be out of work. They, all of these things. But now the things that are coming out that are in the fucking bill, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? I'm
The
even madder about it.
$500,000 payments.
Yes.
Oh God, I know.
I'm even
These
fucking
people
madder
who,
about it.
so for anyone that doesn't know, there was a provision that was put in the bill where these people that were part of the election 2020
And January 6th
investigation or
stuff.
whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
they had their like text messages subpoenaed. And there's something in this bill that will let them sue the United States government for $500,000 as compensation for having their private messages being subpoenaed. So,
And
yeah,
something,
there's
yeah. And it said something I heard on the news, something about that the tech companies have to notify them if they receive like requests for their records. Yeah.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I told you before we started that there has been a altering view floating
Oh, yeah,
around the
yeah, yeah.
internet.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because like you watch Stephen Colbert, you watch The Daily Show, like Jon
Oh, yeah.
Stewart just fucking eviscerated the
Mm,
Democratic Party over all this,
yeah.
and rightfully so. Like
Yeah.
literally, this podcast was born out of you and I and our frustration with
Yes.
the Democrats in responding, and this just solidifies that one more time. But
Yeah.
again, trying to look at it from a different perspective. Here's what this meme says, basically, that's going around.
Yeah.
So consider this. This is from Meg Rodham Walters, who I looked to see if I could find this person's page, and I am having a hard time finding it. So I might be miscrediting this to the wrong person. If so, I apologize. But anyway, one, the ACA enhanced subsidies are set to automatically sunset in December if no congressional action is taken to extend them. If there is no deal before then, they just go away on their own. Two, there was no way in hell the Republicans were going to agree to extend the subsidies, no matter how firmly the Democrats held their ground, which I think that's probably true.
Mm-hmm.
Three, if the Democrats insisted on keeping the government closed in order to protect the subsidies at the end of December, the subsidies would have gone away anyway. The Democrats would have gotten nothing, and the people would have suffered an extended shutdown without getting anything in return. So there's that. When the subsidies disappear in December, people who are affected would have blamed the Democrats, not the Republicans, if the Democrats had insisted on keeping the government shut down.
Mm.
Number five, by extracting an agreement from Thune for a vote to extend the subsidies, the Democrats are now forcing the Republicans to affirmatively end the subsidies rather than just letting them die a natural
Sunset.
death. Right. So there's
Ugh.
an actual, like, Republicans will have
You
to
got to
go
go
on
on
record
record.
saying, I don't support this.
Yeah.
While it is possible that every Republican will vote no, it is possible that the Dems could peel off enough Republicans to vote to extend the subsidies. It would only take a couple, and if they put the pressure over the next few weeks, that could actually happen, which,
Mm.
in all fairness, like you could get Marjorie Taylor Greene, I think, on board.
Yeah.
You could get some of these other people on board. If the Democrats can get enough Republicans on board, like that would be a huge win for the Democrats.
Yeah.
If the Republicans stand firm and all vote no, they will own the expiration of the subsidies, not the Democrats. So the bottom line is that the subsidies were going to end in December, no matter what. No matter what the Democrats did. But now, if this deal goes through, if they do win, it will be because the Republicans voted not to extend them, not because they quietly went away. And if they can get enough Republicans on board and save the subsidies, it will be a much bigger deal. So I
That's
get it.
interesting. Yeah.
I know. I get the idea that, like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if we had kept the government shut down to the end of December, which I would have been shocked that that would have happened.
Right.
Right. But if that had happened, the subsidies would have gone away, and there would have been no, like, I can't point to Mike Johnson voting to kill
Right.
subsidies.
Right.
Whereas at least if I, vote to allow it now, the problem is that, like, the party didn't make the decision as a group unless they did.
Right.
So what I had really hoped, what I was really holding out for, was that, like, this was all a ruse in the Senate, and Hakeem Jeffries had somehow managed to get enough Republican voters on his side that they would have blocked it. Then it would have all made sense. Then I would have been like, okay, now I get it. I understand what's happening.
Yeah.
But that's obviously not what happened, because we saw it pass tonight.
Yeah.
Pretty disappointing. The one thing I will say is at least Mike Johnson had to call the House in session.
Yes. Yes, he did.
At least we now have
They're
a
back after
new
like what,
Arizona
56
senator.
fucking days or some shit?
Yeah. So Grijalva was finally voted in and
Thank God.
very quickly signed her name to the petition. She provided the last signature needed on a petition to force a vote on compelling the Justice Department to turn over the files to Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, I did not realize this, but once the petition happens, okay, so we all know Trump sent the Epstein files. We'll talk
Yeah.
about the emails that were just released today here in a minute. But what I didn't know was that Trump has been spending all the beginning of this week knowing that it's likely that the government is going to start back up, contacting all of his buddies. So he called Lauren Robert. He called Nancy Mace. He called like all of these people that are voting, that are part of the 218, that are Republicans. So he wasn't there, but Kash Patel was there along with like other members of his inner circle, bringing them into the situation room and trying
What?
to convince them to take their name off of the petition. The reality is because until the 218th signature was added,
Yeah.
they could remove their name. So he was trying to speak,
Oh my
right, to
God.
get all these signatures before knowing she was going to be sworn in. They did not remove their names. Thank goodness.
This shit's going to be bad.
I know.
Like,
So
I think this is going to be like, I do think that this is going to be worse than even we think it's going to be. Right?
oh,
Like, why the full court fucking press, bro? If it's just, I happen to be, hanging out with him and there was some underage
to
girls, but
your
I didn't
point,
do anything. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. If it's like I was hanging out at a Diddy party and
Right.
didn't know what was going on, like
But I left
that
before the lube
that's
came out.
that's somewhat believable.
Right.
Like exactly. I left before the lube came out.
Yeah.
That I could like, okay, maybe.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
But with as hard as we're going, no,
Yeah.
that's not at all possible. So here's the thing. Technically, once the petition got to 218 signatures, according to House rules, 7 legislative days have to pass before a member can call that legislation to the floor for a vote.
Oh, okay.
After that, then the speaker sets a vote within 2 more legislative days. With Thanksgiving recess coming up, it's likely that nothing would have happened till December. Even if the House passes the legislations, it's unlikely to be signed into law because the Senate would have to approve the bill, which is unlikely, and then Trump can still veto it. Okay? Well, Speaker Mike Johnson came out today and said he's going to put a bill that compels the Department of Justice to release all of the case files on the House floor next week, earlier than expected. He says, we're going to put that on the floor for a full vote when we get back next week, Johnson said. In the meantime, I'll remind everybody the House Oversight Committee has been working around the clock on its own investigation. Okay, what do we think that's all about? Is it so Mike Johnson can get the vote on his bill so that it doesn't look like he was
Stonewalling
compelled by these signatures? Or do we think that like the goal is to get all the documents released during the Christmas season and so everyone's distracted? I can't get what the angle there is. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if he's talked to Trump about it and Trump's like, just go ahead and put your own bill out, because my guess is that he's going to put his bill out. I'm going to guess it's not going to pass the Senate, although it might. And then Trump's just going to veto it, right? So, which I think that's the plan. And so is the goal like let's veto it before Christmas so that nobody notices,
and then everybody will forget about it, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna have to rely on MTG to stand up on the fucking floor and start reading it all out loud
right?
into the record.
Right. So
Because
I don't.
because there definitely has to be an angle here, because Johnson's been waiting. I mean, he's been stonewalling this for so long,
Right.
refusing to swear in Grijalva and all the things, that he hasn't all of a sudden grown a conscience conscience
Right.
around
There's
the
no
Epstein
way.
files. No.
Right. You are
He's
1000
not
correct.
Mike Pence. As much as I hate Mike Pence, he's not Mike Pence, who's just going to be like, hey, look, this is my job and I have to do what's required of me by the law and by the oath that I took. Like,
Yeah.
that's not Mike Johnson. So, yeah. Yeah. Like, what is the angle here for him to be introducing
I
his
can't
own
get it
bill
either.
this quickly?
I can't. I don't know.
Don't
So
you? I don't know.
what?
With these emails that came out today, I'm like, I can't believe
Okay.
that shredder is not smoking. The fact that this shit is still being, you know what I mean, slowly like released. Do you know what I'm saying? I never would
So
have expected something like this to come to light without the
so
full thing.
so Democrats released emails today. So for anyone that didn't know, there were 3 different emails that were released today. One of them was between Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell talking about Trump. And then 2 others were between Epstein and Michael Wolff talking about Trump. All 3 of them indicate that Trump knew way more. So in one 2011 email about Trump, Epstein wrote, I want you to realize that that dog hasn't barked is Trump. Victim, redacted, spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. So it's clear Trump spent time at Epstein's home with a child,
Victim. Mm-hmm.
with a victim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we know that. Maxwell responded, I've been thinking about it. So it's clear like they were having conversations about keeping Trump happy. Then in another email to author Michael Wolff in 2019, Epstein mentioned the president's private club Mar-a-Lago, said, Trump said he asked me to resign, never a member. Of course, he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. Like, there's no doubt.
They were,
and like,
yeah, but he only asked them to stop because they were poaching his employees. That's it. From the spa, James. That's all it was.
That's right. That's right. Well, and he never went to the house, apparently, except, wait, didn't he go to the house? And he was never on the island. And
yeah.
Sure. Okay.
And we're not giving Ghislaine all kinds of accommodations at her new swanky prison. And she's working on a commutation letter request.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So that was the other thing that came out recently is that the prison that Ghislaine is at is giving her quite a few perks while she's
there's
there.
a whistleblower now.
She's getting clear special treatment.
Yes.
And in addition to that, she is working on a letter to ask for a pardon from Trump. So
that the warden is helping her do. So like somebody's paying the warden. Like that's what you know what I'm saying? Like this whistleblower that has, started talking about all this shit that's going on and is saying that the warden is helping her with her commutation. I'm like, what the fuck? That's what her goddamn lawyers are for. Why is the warden helping her?
Who fucking knows? Who knows? It's insanity. Just the fact that this is real life is absolutely fucking insanity.
Right? Yeah.
It's crazy. Okay. Anything else about Epstein or the government shutdown? Anything else like?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm going to believe that Democrats hopefully, like I was reading an article in CNN that said, there was a similar scenario like this one with the original Obamacare. And it basically meant like Democrats ended up with 19 seats in the Senate after all was said and done. So I'm hopeful that this is right, that people won't forget, that Republicans will, and I'll tell you that, Trump's polling numbers are just, we all saw the Washington Commanders game this weekend.
Oh my God. Glorious.
It really was. It really was. I've never seen anything like it. So Donald Trump is in the fancy booth. Yeah. And he is swearing in new military members, right? I think it's new.
Was that not, did you? You know what I was going to say. Go ahead.
State your name. State your name. I state your name. Like I was like, oh my God, we're back to what was the movie that they said that I state your name? Anyway, I was
Yeah.
like, good Lord.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's swearing in these, new service members, and people are booing
Oh
so
my
loud.
God. So
They are
loud.
flipping him off
To
so
his
bad.
face. Yeah.
Like people, and these are NFL fans. Like
Yeah.
I get where, like in Washington, which is predominantly blue for the most
Yeah.
part, but still, these are football fans. Fucking football fans who hate Taylor Swift are absolutely fucking losing their mind hating on Donald Trump.
And I guess that the Commanders, my family was telling me this, they're going to be building a new stadium or are in the midst of building a new stadium. And Trump wants it named after him.
Yes.
The man isn't even a football fan.
Yes.
Like, why would it be named after him? I guess
Because
because
Trump
he's dear
thinks
leader. Yeah.
yes, he thinks everything should be named after
But
him.
those videos and photos I saw of the people flipping him off to his fucking face. And you're right,
Girl.
the boos were so loud.
Yep.
I would have melted into the floor of embarrassment.
Oh God. Well, I'm curious how they are spinning this to him because, he thinks he's the most
The greatest thing
beloved
ever.
president ever.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And, it's got to be like because Caroline Levitt is absolutely like she's got to be like losing her mind. I know
Yeah.
that after what was the conversation? Oh, after she was questioned about going and meeting, cabinet members meeting with Lauren Boebert and who was the other one? It was Nancy Mace and someone else. Hang on a second. I have it in
Okay.
my files.
Oh, when they had him in the situation room?
Yes.
Is it that meeting? Okay.
Yeah. Lauren Boebert and I didn't put it in my notes. Damn it. Anyway, I at least know that when Caroline was asked about the Lauren Boebert meeting or whatever, she's like, doesn't this show that we're willing to sit down with our senators and our Congress people and try and work through how to increase transparency?
Bitch, that's not
Girl,
what this is. You're trying to
you're trying to take her name off the list. Are you fucking kidding me?
Caroline Levitt and her fucking gaslighting from the podium is in.
Right.
I never would have thought that I missed Sean Spicer.
No kidding.
Till we had this lying fucking ass kissing twat bag.
Because she
as a
does
press
it really
secretary.
well.
Yeah. Well, she's the
Because
ultimate
I hate
pick-me.
to say it, but she's good at her job.
Yeah, she's the ultimate pick-me. She knows how to tout the party line, and she will go down with the fucking ship.
Yeah. Yes.
She is what every dear leader wants in a fucking press secretary, that's for sure.
Right.
She could probably have a job in North Korea when this is all said and done if she wants it.
Oh my God. You're not
Or Russia.
wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. I've never seen anyone that has. Yeah, I have never seen anyone
It's
that is
crazy.
more. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
She came out and said that the emails that were recently made public prove absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did nothing wrong.
What?
That's what she said. She was asked about it today,
They
and
don't
she goes,
prove he didn't do anything wrong.
that's what she says.
Okay.
Addressing the media during a press briefing, Levitt insisted that Trump kicked out Epstein from Mar-a-Lago years ago because he was a, quote, pedophile and a creep. She said that the emails that were recently made public prove absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did nothing wrong. I swear to God, it's insane. And then she said that the current administration has done more with respect to transparency when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein than any administration ever. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. The absolute
And it's
tits
hilarious
on this
because,
bitch.
so the emails that were released today were released by Democrats.
Yeah.
And she got up on the stand and said, that's part of the reason you're seeing these documents that were released today, because they're being more transparent
So
than any administration ever.
Got it. Because, yeah, prior to him becoming president again, he was screaming from the fucking rooftops about the Epstein files. Release him, release him, release him, release him. And then as soon as he became president, it was Epstein who?
That's
I
right.
haven't even heard that name in forever.
I don't remember. Ghislaine Maxwell? Who's that?
Yeah. Like,
Dumb
we don't even need
fucker.
to talk about this. We've got all kinds of other things to worry about and talk about.
Yep.
But okay,
So
Caroline.
I know. Okay. Let's talk about
Oh God.
Trump's absolutely unhinged interview on Monday
Yes,
with
tell me,
Laura
because
Ingraham.
I haven't. I didn't see it. So yeah, tell me. Tell me. Tell me.
And there, a lot of these things you've heard are like bits and pieces because they've been
Oh.
shared now since but my friend, it was absolutely fucking crazy. So Laura Ingraham, shockingly, I think she's realizing that like tides are turning. So she
Mm.
actually like tried to be, so I don't know if you knew this. Laura Ingraham, when they hired Sean Spicer, she was actually up for the job of his press secretary.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know
So
that.
yes, she was, but they ultimately like she wanted to be a policymaker as well. And they're like, well, we don't have a place for you on the cabinet. So she's like, well, I'm not going to be press secretary unless I'm actually setting policy. And they're like, sorry, we can't do it. I read that today. But they've said that arguably she has done better for him outside of the Oval Office because she's been able to like craft questions in a way that make
Mm.
him be able
Look
to
good.
respond to sound better, right?
Yeah.
They said that this interview was, you could tell she was trying to help him out and he just refused. And so she started like actually challenging him
Like he
because
couldn't
she's like,
follow the line that she was giving him, and so, oh my God. Oh my God.
so Ingram brought up voter anxiety about affordability. She pointed out that it was seen in last week's off year election results. She says, I know you've been all over. Some prices are way down, but other things, as you noted, have gone up. Is this a voter perception issue of the economy, or is there more that needs to be done by Republicans on Capitol Hill or done in terms of policy? Okay, so clearly,
Yeah.
like softball.
Uh-huh.
He says, Trump responds, more than anything else, it's a con job by the Democrats.
What is?
So
The
you
prices being
are
up?
not experiencing higher prices. You're just being told about higher prices, and it's
Got it.
all a con job from Democrats.
No, see, oh my God.
So Lauren says, listen, Joe Biden was criticized by you for saying things were great when they weren't.
Yeah.
So then she asked directly, why are people saying they're anxious about the economy? Why are they saying that? Trump rejected the premise. I don't think they are. I think polls are fake. We have the greatest economy we've ever had.
Polls are fake. Everything is fake when it's not in his favor.
Right. Although last week we were just talking about the polls and the reasons why Democrats
Right.
won, and it's all up to the pollsters, but now we don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Ingram asked about mortgages. Like mortgages are crazy, they're super expensive.
Oh, yeah. Like the
And
rates. Is that what she was
yes.
talking about? Okay. Yeah.
So, well, just she was talking about
Or just
affordability,
housing
and
prices in
that's
general.
right.
Okay.
That's
Gotcha.
right.
Okay.
Because you and I mentioned last week, I think I saw on CNN that like the average house price across the country is like
Yes.
$415,000, just
Which
insane.
is
Anyway,
bananas. Yeah.
um, so Federal Housing Finance Agency Director Bill Pulte is how I assume you pronounce
Yep.
his name,
Yep.
mentioned the 50-year mortgages. Ingram says, this idea has enraged your MAGA friends, describing the significant MAGA backlash from people who are calling it a giveaway to the banks and simply prolonging the time it would take for Americans to own a home outright. Trump didn't want to hear it. He says, it's not even a big deal. I mean, you go from 40 to 50 years. And Ingram's like, 30 to 50
Right.
years. And he goes, all it means is that you pay less per month. You pay it over a longer period of time. It's not like a big factor. It might help a little bit, but the problem was that Biden did this. Okay. So
Biden did
you
what?
don't know that the standard mortgage is 30 years.
30 years.
And then you also don't like are so out of touch to realize that if you pay interest for 50 years versus 30 years, the
Right.
amount of interest you pay is
It's
more.
more. You
Like
dumbass.
he clearly like Peapod doesn't understand it.
Well, because when you just fucking declare bankruptcy
Yeah.
repeatedly as a grown man
Yeah.
on your businesses and walk away from your fucking obligations, you think regular Americans have the ability to do that. And guess what? We don't.
Well, we have the ability to claim bankrupt, but most of us look at it as a absolutely emergency
Last
measure that
resort.
you don't do unless you absolutely have to, because all you're doing is impacting everybody else that pays into the system. Like,
Well,
have
and
like
yeah, it
you and I
go
have
ahead.
both been
Yeah.
in times. I know for a fact, you and I have talked about it. You and I have both been in times where we are way behind on, we've got huge amounts of credit
Yeah.
card debt. We owe money.
Yeah.
We're behind, whatever. We both have been there. And don't get me wrong, I've considered, God, I could just claim bankruptcy and start over. But
Yeah.
knowing that it's going to affect my credit for 7 years, knowing that it's going to like impact other people, knowing that in all fairness, could I just buckle down, get a second job and like figure it out? Yep, we can do it. I remember you went like several years where you
Yeah.
didn't do any vacations, you didn't buy anything new, you drove a 10-year-old car, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if we really buckle down, we don't have to go through this. And that's what we did. And that's just not how Trump lives his life.
Well, no, and because he has multiple buildings and things are done under the corporation umbrella versus like us with our, normal people with our residential, like you could declare bankruptcy and now you have nowhere to fucking live.
Right.
So you've
Right. You
lost
could
your
be
fucking
absolutely.
house. Now
And
you're to, like it's just
yeah,
this
and you've tanked your
idea,
credit score. So you
right?
can't just go find an apartment super easy.
No, because
Yeah,
now you're a credit risk and you may not have first and last month's rent saved up. Like, so then where are
exactly.
you going to move into? Like, he's
Yep.
so fucking out of
Out
touch.
of
And I'm
touch.
not, and not saying that, a Democratic president wouldn't be out of touch depending on how wealthy they are. But the reality is that you would hope they would be a little bit more plugged into what it means to be an average, everyday fucking American.
They should at least know that mortgages are 30
Our 30
years.
year notes. Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
besides that,
And a 50-year mortgage is illegal
yeah,
under the Frank Dodd Act.
yeah. But that's apparently we're trying to make it not illegal.
Make it a thing. Make it a thing. Yeah.
So Democrats have been pushing for an extension to the tax credits that make the ACA premiums more affordable, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Republicans have condemned the credits, whatever. So they asked Trump about it. And Trump's response is, I want the money to go into an account for people where they buy their own health insurance. He suggests that the strategy could be called Trump Care. They're going to feel like entrepreneurs, he says. They're actually able to go out and negotiate their own insurance.
Who am I negotiating with? The dead guy from that Mangione killed? Who am I fucking negotiating with?
Yeah. So, like, they're going to give you $2,000 a year and be like, go get your own insurance. But now insurance companies don't have a market. They don't have any requirement to keep the costs low. Like, it's going to be as high as they want it to be. And like $2,000 is nowhere
Isn't
near enough to offset
no.
any of the cost of health insurance. It's
No.
insanity. It's
No.
insanity. Like, the fact is that's the problem. That is the
Yes.
problem.
Yeah. And he has no concept of what it actually is like for the average American with their health insurance through their company, through their
No.
employer. And he has nobody in his cabinet that either they don't know it either or they're not willing to speak truth to power, because I see my total compensation package. So I know how much my company is paying for my health insurance, and I fucking know my 200 and some odd dollars that comes out every 2 fucking weeks for my family of 3, and my total max out of pocket is 16.5 a calendar year. Go fuck yourself with your $2,000.
Yeah.
That does fuck all for me.
Yeah.
That does fuck all for me.
Yeah. Well, and at that point, then there's no reason for insurance companies to keep costs low, to keep,
Right.
their premiums
There's no
low.
competition at that point. Like
No.
now we're all just fucking fighting ourselves. Like there's no way.
That's right.
There's no fucking way.
So I'm like, they are actively talking about writing a bill called Trump Care.
Oh my God. Oh my
And
God.
that's right. Senator Rick Scott enthusiastically announced on
Of
X that
course
he's
he did.
writing the bill right now.
Of course he did. And $2,000. But
Well,
don't worry.
I made up the $2,000. In all fairness,
That sounds fair.
right.
That
He
sounds
hasn't
like
given
a
a
number he
number.
would throw out. But but don't worry. We're sending, what'd we send? 40 billion, 40
Yeah.
million, however much it was. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yep.
What the fuck?
So anyway, we have that. And then she asked about him just railing on the FAA and the air traffic controllers. Did you see his tweet to air
I
traffic
did see
controllers?
his. Riley actually sent it to me because she saw it before I did. Like, get back to work. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So, like, get back to work now. Basically, it was like air traffic controllers must get back to work now. Anyone who doesn't will be substantially docked. He then went on to offer a bonus of $10,000 to air traffic controllers who work unpaid during the shutdown. For those that did nothing but complain and took time off, even though everyone knew they would be paid in full shortly in the future, I am not happy with you.
Oh, daddy's not happy.
I
Wham.
know. I know.
Whatever will we
And
do?
right. And he even talked about like, you'll have a mark on your record. Like if you didn't
Oh,
go
everyone's
into,
going on a PIP. Everyone's
yes,
going on a PIP because you didn't
indeed.
show up when you weren't getting paid. Like he wouldn't
Yes.
have been, if in the exact same position, he wouldn't have been the first motherfucker out the door. By
Yeah.
God, if they're not paying me, I'm not fucking working.
So Laura Ingraham asked him about that. His
What did he
response
say?
is, life is not so easy for anybody. Our country has never done better. We should not have had people leaving their jobs. That's
Well,
helpful.
you had people sitting at home for 56 straight fucking days collecting their government paycheck and not doing a goddamn thing to keep this government running. So maybe we do actually have people that like to not work
Yeah,
in your government, sir.
that's right. Yep.
They
Yep.
were
Yep.
just maybe
Yep.
taking the lead from their
The
representatives.
House who
Yeah.
refused to swear in Grijalva.
Yeah. Their
Anyway,
representatives were sitting at home not working, so they figured, well, I'm not getting paid, so maybe I should be sitting at home not working.
right, right, exactly correct.
They're leading by example, right?
They're just leading by example. Okay, so if you get a chance to actually watch the interview, it's even worse than
Yeah.
I've described.
It's even worse than I described. That's
It
great.
really is. Like he's so fucking out of touch. He's so out of touch with reality.
Did you see the signs outside? So, our girl Caitlin Collins that we love. I saw a reporting that she did of the signs outside the West Wing. Well, I'm sorry, outside the Oval Office. Did you see those signs? They were literally flapping in the breeze because they are pieces of paper with the like script from Mar-a-Lago. And I was like, that's what you do to somebody that has dementia. Bathroom, bedroom, kitchen. Like, so that when he's walking outside, he doesn't walk past the fucking Oval Office. He doesn't remember the two fucking doors right there lead into the Oval Office.
So it was Seth Meyers. It was Seth Meyers that was like, it looks like a steakhouse. It literally looks like a steakhouse. I'm like, you're not wrong.
The fucking
You're
Sizzler's
not
up
wrong.
in this bitch.
Sizzler. It looks like a sizzler. That's exactly right. Yes.
That's awesome.
It was awful. It was awful.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we doing?
I don't know. Who knows? Okay, so then Trump's been busy. For the government being shut down, Trump's been busy.
He's had a lot going on.
On November 10th, he puts out a Truth Social twat that says his administration would pay $2,000 to low and middle income U.S. citizens for then use the remaining tariff revenues to substantially pay down national debt. He's claiming that it earns trillions of dollars, which it unequivocally does not. There's no chance you could get wrong. It does not. It's not bringing in trillions of dollars. But he has said that he's going to pay every low to middle income American, which I'm curious if that's the 300,000 or below people, $2,000. Of course, he hasn't said what form the payments would take. Bassett said the dividend could come in lots of forms in lots of ways. It could be just the tax decreases that we are seeing on the president's agenda.
What?
No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, and deductibility of auto loans. Those are substantial deductions.
Oh my God.
Right.
Because we're all out here waitressing and
Right.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And of course, Trump's already promised to use that tariff revenue for other things, including reducing the country's deficit, paying off the national debt, offsetting the cost of the GOP tax and spending bill. Yeah, all of that. So we'll see
Oh
what
my
happens.
god. Oh my god.
But I love that Basent is already like, yeah, you're all getting $2,000 in the tax rebates that we've already said that we're giving
Uh-huh.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't expect a stimmy check in the mail with his
No.
signature on it because it's not happening.
Right. That's exactly right. So yeah, that was the latest of the $2,000 was okay. So the other crazy thing that happened this week, the Trump administration was actually like having a conversation in the Oval Office. Dr. Oz was there, RFK Jr. was
Oh
there
yeah, that
because
press conference. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they were
On
having
the
the press conference.
GLP-1s.
That's right,
Yeah.
with GLP-1s, where GLP makers are going to offer a direct to consumer pricing structure. And like that was announced like a couple of weeks ago. And so there was like they're now going to, what is it? Is it part of Medicare now that they can get
Well,
it?
I think so, yeah, and that they'd pay the Medicare recipients would pay almost nothing for it, but I think it's supposed to be like 350 a month
Yeah.
and within 2 years maybe down to 150 a month.
Yeah.
Obviously, as somebody that's on a compounded version, I have lots of thoughts on that, but whatever, that's not really the point of what you're talking about. But yeah,
No,
I
but
think Medicare patients are supposed to get it for damn near nothing because they'll finally be able to get it.
yeah, unveiled a deal on Thursday to slash the prices for weight loss drugs for the government's Medicare and Medicaid program. So it's for both. And then
Okay.
cash payers. The cuts, which the government said would reduce prices to between $149 and $350 a month on average for Americans, is aimed at increasing access to the treatment for millions of people. And in fact, I don't know if you heard this, but for the first time, America's obesity rate went down year over year. So,
Oh, really?
yes, because so many people are on them, you
Yeah.
and I included. So, if
Yeah.
anybody has any questions, they can ask.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess the United States obesity rate was sitting at 29.3%, and it's gone down 2 percentage points. It's at like 27 point some
Wow.
percent. Yeah.
Yeah.
This shit works. Like, I'm sorry
Huge.
to
It
say, this
does.
shit works.
And all the other testing that they're doing on it for all the other health benefits beyond just losing the weight, the heart
Yeah.
benefits, the brain benefits, all the things. Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
could talk about it forever. Huh.
Yeah, no kidding. But regardless, so the press conference was to announce that the drug prices would be much lower for Medicare patients. Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. I
Yes.
just have a really quick question. Did you think it was weird the way that that press conference was set up? I thought the setup was weird.
It was.
That it was
To
in the
have them,
Oval.
yeah. And to have like Trump over in the Oval Office and then to have the
Like,
podium kind of,
yeah, like off to
yeah, it
the
was all weird.
side. It was
It was
such a
weird.
weird fucking setup.
It was. It was totally weird. But then, as Dr. Oz is speaking, a guy, one of the pharma execs, is in the back and he passes out. Like he just
Just
fucking passes out,
goes right on
which
over.
we've heard that he's doing okay. Like he's not struggling. Like he was fine, but he literally passes out, which creates the greatest picture in the history of pictures. As everyone is so, two things actually. Number one, did you see as this guy is falling over, RFK sprints away?
Fucking books it.
I like.
Books it. Do you think?
I
But maybe
mean,
he was going for the IED. Is that what it's called? The little defibrillator
yeah,
thing? Maybe that's what he was
maybe.
going for. I doubt
More-
it. I think he was getting the fuck off the scene. That's what I
Jimmy
think.
Kimmel, yes, Jimmy Kimmel said something like Robert Kennedy realized that they needed a real doctor and was the first one to say that's not me and ran away. And I was like, you're not wrong.
That's
Like
exactly
you are
right.
not wrong.
That is exactly right.
He ran away.
Yeah.
But the greatest picture in the world is you have all these people attending to this pharma exec. They're all worried about him. They're all pouring over him. Like everyone's focused on this pharma exec except Trump, who is standing at his desk like, when is this guy going to get up so that we can get on with this?
Right. Like he's just standing there awkwardly. He's
Yes,
just kind of like,
with absolutely zero concern for the well-being of this guy. Like,
Yeah, no,
cares not fucking at all.
no. Like when I saw the video of when the guy first starts to go over and like Dr. Oz is kind of like looking and then he like starts like he's continuing to talk, but he's kind of watching and then like he
Yes.
starts to walk towards him. And
And
Trump
that
kind of
was
does like
that was the moment that RFK runs.
booked it. Yeah.
Yes.
And then like Trump kind of does one of these, like he leans over and then he's like, "Oh no, not me." Like
And
there's other
but like
people.
he doesn't run away. He just
No,
is
he just
like
stands behind his desk like a fucking weirdo. And
'cause he
then
did-
like
yes.
yeah. And I
It was
think
weird.
who was the cabinet person that was not far behind but was like standing behind Trump's desk next to him? It wasn't, was it Besant? I don't know. No, maybe it was Vought. Anyway, one of them is standing there, I think, behind Trump. He's a gray-headed guy, and he's just kind of standing there too, like this fucking guy, like get him out of here. Like we're trying to have a press conference. This fucking guy's got issues. Like we don't have time for this. Like zero fucks given.
Yeah.
Zero fucks.
I mean,
given.
at least like I was at least glad that Dr. Oz tried to like step in and
Yeah.
do the right thing. He's
Exactly.
the only one clearly that has a fucking soul. Because
Yeah.
RFK Jr. ran as quick.
Yeah.
I could not believe how quickly he ran.
Yeah. It's like somebody had said, like, there's cocaine in the hallway, and he just fucking
Yeah.
took off.
Yes. Yes. You are 100% correct. Speaking of hating RFK Jr.,
Yeah.
his biggest hater, his nephew,
Jack.
right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Jack Schlossberg.
John F. Kennedy grandson, Jack Schlossberg,
Yeah.
has said he's going to run for U.S. House next year in New
Yeah.
York.
He's gonna. Is it Durbin's seat or whose seat is he running for?
Jerry Nadler.
Nadler's. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He said this district should have a representative who can harness the creativity, energy, and drive of this district and translate that into political power in Washington. So, yeah.
It's going to be an interesting. I follow him on Instagram, so it's going to be an interesting campaign, I think, to see how this goes.
I'm excited to see someone young. I'm excited to see someone like that knows how to use social media. Like we're finally seeing some. Yeah. Last month, I guess he posted an image of a Halloween costume for Maha Man, Make America Healthy Again Man.
Yeah.
And he said it needed to include things like measles.
Oh. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. He is not wrong.
That's going to be an interesting race. Yeah.
It is. It'll be interesting. Of course, anytime we get a chance to have more people that hate RFK Jr., the better. So I am delighted to see that. Okay. Those were all the items on my list, but I know we have just a little bit more time. And there's been a topic that you have wanted to talk about for a little while, which is Project Firewall.
Oh, yeah. Out of the Department of Labor.
Did you want to talk about that really quick?
Yeah, we can talk about it really quick. So at first, like, I didn't know that this was a thing that was happening, but I saw the social media post because somebody that I follow reposted it and was like, what the fuck is this? Mm-hmm. Because the Department of Labor had put out, they really look like 1940s, 1950s posters.
Okay.
Very like, I mean, they're all white people in these posters that are saying things like, you know, we're going to make American jobs American again. We're going to make like all this kind of shit. And I don't know that he's a friend of the pod. He should be a friend of the pod. He's wanted to come on the pod, but he is the oldest child of a friend of the pod. He put out a post where he found the exact same similar type of posters from Nazi Germany about about we're going to make German jobs German again. We're going to do like all these things. And now the Department of Labor has put out very similar type posters for this Project Firewall. So what it was announced in September. The initiative signals an increased focus on federal enforcement of the H-1B visa program. So, okay, this is a fact versus fiction. I got this from when I Googled this, there was a lot of shit that this is coming from a law firm's website. Like there was a lot of law firms that were discussing it. So, Project Firewall is one of the most aggressive H-1B enforcement initiatives in more than a decade. It enables secretary Secretary certified investigations, giving the Secretary of Labor authority to personally initiate high priority employer audits. It expands interagency data sharing between Department of Labor, Department of Homeland Security, and Department of State. And early indications show a targeted audit of employers with patterns of offsite placement, wage level discrepancies, or unusually high H-1B ratios. There was, hold on, let me, because, okay, this is a conclusion from the website. This will probably be better. So, Project Firewall represents a new enforcement paradigm for employment-based immigration. The era of checklist compliance is over. Employers now must demonstrate active documented adherence to the spirit and letter of H-1B regulations. The right preparation may help companies navigate the environment confidently and protect their foreign talent pipelines and reduce exposure to costly investigations. But the thing that got me was the way that the Department of Labor on official, like, government websites are putting out these posters of like two heterosexual parents and a boy and a girl. Like, it's this, the all-American family. And the message is like, the American dream belongs to American people. The process is in place and the mission is set. Project Firewall will restore the American dream by ensuring American jobs go to Americans first. And it's like fucking white nationalist bullshit.
Yikes.
That the Department of Labor is putting out on this Project Firewall for the H-1B visas. And then I think Trump said on some interview that, maybe it was Laura Ingram's, but I don't think so, but he said on some interview that America doesn't have smart enough people.
I know.
Now we need this H-1B visa program because we don't have smart enough people to do all the jobs, all the American jobs.
I heard that too.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Okay, good. Because, girl, sometimes I feel like I'm a boomer because I'm constantly seeing stuff online and then I tell my family, I'm like, I don't know if it was AI. I don't know if this is fake or real. I feel like I'm constantly being tricked and I'm afraid to like believe something because I don't know if it's true or not.
No, so that was on the Laura Ingraham as well. So in an interview on Monday with Laura Ingraham, President Trump said the U.S. economy has to bring in talent, in some cases on the H-1B specialist visa program. When Ingraham pressed Trump that there were talented people in American companies could hire, the president batted down her comments. This is, by the way, from The Independent. No, you don't. You don't have certain talents and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, I'm going to put you into a factory and we're going to make missiles.
What?
The remarks have enraged MAGA supporters online who saw the president's stance as a betrayal of his America's First agenda. Yep.
Oh, MAGA.
I know.
Poor MAGA.
So Anthony Sabatini, a vocal pro-Trump county commissioner in Florida, has a large online following. He wrote on X yesterday, "This is insane. We're going to lose the midterms so badly. We've never seen an administration crash and burn in its first year so badly for no reason other than to appease donors and special interests."
The Democrats could have told you guys this is where we would be, but you didn't want to listen. You didn't want to listen. So now he's a lame fucking duck president who's having lavish parties at Mar-a-Lago and laughing in your fucking faces.
That's right. That's right.
We tried to tell you.
But Democrats just got bitch slapped by this man.
Exactly.
So who's the real loser here?
Oh, God, that's so fucking true. That's so true.
Okay. On that note.
Would you like your happy ending?
I would like my happy ending.
Okay. I have it for you. It's coming from World War I.
Oh my God. I love like World War stuff. Also, is it about the Veterans Day plane landing?
No, I forgot about that. That should have been my happy ending.
No, it's okay. Because I was going to bring it up on the podcast, but I was like, afraid that it was going to be your happy ending and I didn't want to.
I forgot about it. It should have been.
For anyone that did not see, so there was like a special military flight of veterans that flew into Washington, Dulles, I think it was, on Veterans Day. They took them to like go see the memorials.
The honor flight or whatever. Yeah.
That's right. The person that greeted them off the plane was President Obama. And these men were so gracious and honored. And then they were taken off the gangway and then they walked through the airport and there were dozens, if not hundreds of people there clapping and cheering for them.
I love it. I
these
love
men
that.
were like visibly affected, crying. I mean,
I love that.
it
Yeah.
literally, and the fact that like Barack Obama, because I didn't,
Yeah.
and Trump did not lower flags for Cheney.
Oh, I thought we did. No? I
I
mean,
don't
nobody's
believe
talking
that
about it.
it happened. So I'm going to Google this really quick
Like
before our happy
they're not
ending.
talking about it at all.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You
So
would have thought that, his daughter was the one that had died the way they're all just avoiding it, not Dick.
yeah. So like individual states did it.
Oh, but no federal, like,
I don't think so.
that's wild.
Hang on a second. Let me look.
Okay. Yeah, look.
Uh oh, they did it on Tuesday. Cuz that's what we were saying is on Monday, like we didn't
Yeah.
see that they had lowered them, but they did. So it
Okay.
looks like around midday on Tuesday the White House said flags should fly half staff for Cheney. So, anyway, all right.
Interesting.
Cuz
Yeah.
I was like, "Holy shit, that's crazy." But
Yeah.
yeah, it was a real
It
moment
was
of
so
like,
cute.
this is what a president does, greeting
Does.
these
Yes.
men. And yeah, it was, I mean, I could have bawled. I cried. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
Okay, time for the happy ending.
Okay, so it's coming to you from Australia.
Okay.
So, okay, so this says on October 9th, Peter Brown and his daughter Felicity found a Schweppes brand bottle resting just above the waterline at Wharton Beach on the south coast of Western Australia. They
Okay.
frequently walk the beach to help clear garbage, but this was more treasure than trash. Nestled inside the bottle were letters written by two Army privates, Malcolm Neville and William Harley, dated August 15th, 1916.
Holy
At
shit.
that time, Neville was 27 and Harley was 37. They were on board the ship HMAT A70 Ballarat and were leaving Adelaide on a mission to reinforce Australia's 48th Infantry Battalion in World War I. The soldiers wrote messages that were soon swallowed by the sea, and then surprisingly, their words were still legible when the letters re-emerged weeks ago.
Aww.
Neville's letter from somewhere at sea requested that the finder send its contents to his mother in South Australia. He says, "We're having a real good time. Food's good so far, with the exception of one meal, which we buried at sea. The ship is heaving and rolling, but we're as happy as Larry," which is a well-known Australian expression of contentment. Meanwhile, Harley wrote, "May the finder be as well as we are at the present." Neither
Aww.
man lived long. Neville died in battle a year later. Harley passed away in 1934 with a cancer that his family blamed on gases used in the war.
Wow.
The letters arrived in excellent shape, as if destined to provide a clear portal to the past. The bottle was in pristine condition without one barnacle on it. She said if it had been, this person who worked to retrieve the letters from the bottle said if it had been exposed for that long, the paper would have disintegrated from the sun, but the bottle must have been buried in a sand dune shortly after it was tossed overboard until it broke free. So anyway, they dug the letters out and then found the family on Facebook. The family's on Facebook and got
Aww.
the letters to the relatives. Yeah.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
thought you were going to say like love letters, but it sounds like it was just like, hey, mom and
They
dad,
were
we're
just
having a
like,
good time.
yeah, like we're
That's
out here doing
awesome.
our fucking thing. Yeah.
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 That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
Aw.
yeah, from 1916, like, holy shit.
Yeah. That's
That's
pretty,
wild.
that's pretty incredible. And
Yeah.
to find him on Facebook is pretty fucking awesome.
I know, right? Like,
Yeah.
who would have thought? Like, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's your happy ending.
That's awesome. Especially
Yeah.
because, you know, we're bringing in the USS Gerald Ford into
Oh,
Caribbean waters, and we are going to
yes.
be in war with Venezuela, I'm sure. And by the time our next podcast comes,
God,
because we're
yes.
just indiscriminately bombing
Bombing the
places.
shit out of, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. So it's nice to hear like a nice story from a war
Yes.
because, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been quite the episode of Find Out Nation. I feel like it's had a lot of highs and lows, but I appreciate my happy ending. I really enjoyed that. And
You're welcome.
it's funny
Yeah.
because a lot of times, like, I'm always like, oh, have I heard this story? But that's one that I had not heard anything about. So I'm excited for
Well,
that.
good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Good job. With that said, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's episode. And again, if you don't mind liking this video, subscribing to our channel so you get notified of new videos. Apologies that I've had a couple of like longer editing sessions that have made me get these out late, but I'm trying. I'm trying
You
to
have
get them
life
out as
and
quickly
work,
as
and it's
possible.
fine. It's fine.
We'll get them out eventually.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
The funny
Yes.
thing is like I have to figure out, is this still applicable? Like by the time I get it out, I'm like,
Oh gosh,
everything has changed, right?
that's
So
so true. Yeah.
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 So maybe by the time I get this out, we'll be in our war with Venezuela and the Epstein files will be released. Like who the fuck knows what's gonna happen,
Let's
but
hope.
we'll find out.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed tonight and we hope you have a fabulous rest of your week. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.